Hey, here's the problem. I have a Google Sheet with a list of website links and I need to extract data from each website and put extracted data back into the same Google Sheet. This is very helpful in a lot of real-world tasks, so today I'm going to build a quick no-code solution for this task. If we talk about web scraping in Google Sheets, first idea would be to use Google Sheets' native importXML function, but from my experience, importXML approach is not very reliable and not flexible enough for a number of reasons. I will leave a link with an article explaining why importXML is not always good in the video description down below. Today I'm going to use a different approach. Make.com no-code automation platform, which is like a Zapier alternative, and ScrapeNinja web scraping API. And Google Sheet will only be used as a plain database. We're going to read data and then write data back to it. Okay, let's get started. To start, we need a ready Google Sheet, and here is my Google Sheet structure. I have URL, title, description, image, icon, and enriched at columns in my Google Sheet, and I already have a list of target websites that I want to scrape. I have also created a free account on make.com, and I also have an account on ScrapeNinja on rapidapi.com. Now I go to make.com, I click create a new scenario button and link my Google Sheet. We are going to use search rows function. I already have my Google connection here, and you will need to link your Google account in make.com so it appears here. And now I can just choose my Google Sheet and my sheet name. I don't need to change anything here. I will update the filter here a little bit later. But now we just proceed and click OK. We can try to run our scenario now. This was a successful run, and we see that make.com was able to read URLs of target websites from our Google Sheet. Okay, perfect. Now we proceed and add new module here. I add ScrapeNinja and I choose I choose scrape endpoint here. We need to grab the URL of target website from our Google Sheet, and here it is. I'm not going to change anything here other than extractor function. Extractor function is where all the magic happens. It gets the HTML of the target website and then applies some certain function to extract the data we need from this HTML source. You can, of course, write your own JavaScript function to extract all the data, but I will cut this corner and go to ScrapeNinja.net sandbox and copy the website metadata extractor from quick example on ScrapeNinja website. If I look into this function code, I can see that it uses Cheerio to load the HTML source of the target website, and then it just extracts what we need. It extracts the canonical URL from the HTML source, it extracts the title tag and the meta tag, and then applies some magic to make some relative URLs to files absolute. I click OK here, and now let's try to run. Run our scenario. And I see that ScrapeNinja managed to scrape the website. And what we need here, we need an output. We need results of extractor function, result, title, description. This is what we need. And of course, to debug one particular request to ScrapeNinja, what I can do, I can just take this URL, go to ScrapeNinja Live Sandbox here, put the target website URL here, and click the scrape button. And essentially this scraper sandbox will execute the same scraping query. You see, here is the ScrapeNinja result here. Okay, great. So we have the data extracted from websites. Now we need to put this data back to our Google Sheet. To do this, we add another module here, choose Google Sheets, update a row, and I choose the same Google Sheet here. The row number, I choose the same row number from Google Sheet iteration here. And this is all the columns we have in our Google Sheet that we need to populate from ScrapeNinja extractor. So I choose result here, I choose title, description, image, favicon. And here is the enriched at field that I'm going to use later to avoid double request to ScrapeNinja for the same website. I basically use this timestamp as a flag that ScrapeNinja have already scraped this website for me. So I choose the date and time functions in make.com and I choose no. Now let's try to run it again. And here is the magic. Make.com iterates over ScrapeNinja and fills in the data from target websites to my Google Sheet. It is important to understand that scraping is a pretty fragile thing, so things go wrong all the time. So for example, the website might be down or ScrapeNinja might just fail to extract the data. And here is an example of failing request of ScrapeNinja. You see on the 8th request, ScrapeNinja failed. And now to fix this, we just click this button and we ignore such problems. And let's run the query again. You can see that now make.com relaunches all the requests here, and we don't need to do that. So to exclude all the rows with enriched at column from the next queries, we need to apply a certain filter here to this search rows query. To do this, we're going to use this filter function. I choose the enriched at column and I want it to not exist. And if it does not exist, the row will be processed. If it exists, make.com will ignore this row. This is what we need, right? Let's run it again. That's it. That's basically it. Everything works fine. Now This scenario has finished its execution, and if we run it again, it will just throw an error here, missing value of required parameter URL. Okay, for some reason make.com still tries to run ScrapeNinja even if there is no new rows in Google Sheet. Here is the quick fix that I came up with. I will just add a filter here, and I will basically check for the number of bundles, where bundle is basically a row, and I will use a numeric operator greater than or equal to 1. So this filter makes make.com check if there are new rows in the Google Sheet, and now everything seems to work fine. Now let's try to add a new row here. Let's try zapier.com. That's it. So we can now set up this scenario to run every 15 minutes or every hour. It will just scrape all the websites that we are inserting into this Google Sheet. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.